Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here's a Hump Day Happy Chat starting for you right now. We're going live on Facebook with Hump Day Happy Chat. Yay! These are like my funnest things to do during the week, is to get on here and give you some chat to help you be more happy, successful, and fulfilled. This is Valerie Shepard. I'm coming to you from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery, where we focus on helping you master you in your life so that you can exquisitely manage whatever your life brings your way. Yay for that. It's another Wednesday, and here we are chatting. And today, I wanted to talk to you about this concept called being you. So I'm a big tea drinker. I love tea. My favorite is this matcha tea that I get from Japan. It's organic. Well, I get it from Amazon, but it's organic, and it's pulverized powdered green tea. And then I mix it with whipped cream and all kinds of stuff to make it really delicious and yummy and indulgent. I like it. I'm a hedonist at heart, so I like indulgences that actually are also good for me and feed my spirit. And so I love that. But every now and then I change and I get my yogi tea, which is what I'm drinking right now. And I'm drinking a roasted dandelion tea, which is part of my kind of healthy self-care practice of giving my body some things to help off-gas whatever's in there it doesn't need, that it just picks up along the way. And so this is yogi detox tea, and I put MCT oil in it, and so it's I love it. And the MCT oil makes my lips delicious. I love doing this afterwards. They're kissable. Somebody. Okay, so on the what I like about yogi tea especially is that I can give myself some inner yumminess, but there's also on each one of these things, what is this thing? The tea bag string. Is there a technical term? I don't know. But anyway, on my yogi bag string, there are these little messages. And I love the way life just gives you things to play with, or as my book says, to dance with. So this one says, experience will give you the power and confidence to be you. And I love that. And I truly feel like that's unfolding in my life. Different experiences and the different experiences of even me being me. Those are unfolding in my life as well. But when I think about that, one thing that I think about is, who is the you that you're being? Like, who is the you that you want to be? And it's a powerful question, because one of the things that's unfolding in my life over the last decade is this deeper awareness of really, what am I and who am I? And at any given moment, those things in the past came into conflict. I wasn't always being the me that I thought was the real me. So it kind of goes like this. There were points in my life, and this is true in everyone's life, we kind of interpret what's going on around us. And this starts at day one, right? We start having sensations, hot, cold, something that doesn't feel good. As we get older, we start interpreting the things around us that are experiences and expressions of others in our lives. And we take away a meaning. We have the experience, we put an interpretation on it, good, bad, dangerous, fun, loving, feels good. When we're really young, we don't have all these mental words and concepts to attach to it, but we still take away a pulling back or a going toward, kind of a yikes or a thing. You know what I mean? And then as we get older, we put meaning to it. These things become wounds. And we get some emotionally based creation of an idea that becomes what I call the false self, and I think others call it that as well. This idea that we have of who we are that isn't really based in the truth of who we are or what we are. It's made, it's created. And over time, if we keep anchoring in it as though it is the true me, if we keep saying, well, you know, this is me, like here's my favorite one that I used to have, well, I'm only human, which is as far from the truth of what I am as anything else. And so when we anchor in these kind of nuggets of kind of emotionally based interpretations of the past that create this false sense, hi, thank you for joining, this false sense of who we are, we kind of can get stuck in it. And the problem is not so much getting stuck as being stuck and not knowing that's where you are. And that's where I was. Like most of my life, as I look back, and this is where the book came from, right? I started trying to figure out, why is my life my life? And so if this is saying like the experience and the power and confidence to be you, let's be sure the you you're being is the real, authentic, true, deepest, fully integrated spiritual human you that you can be. Why is that important? Because being that you is the most freedom you have to co-create a magnificent life. Being that you leverages a me, capital M-E, that stands for magnificent essence. That is the divine nature of you. Being that you, that is the powerful, like the power is in integrating that aspect, in owning that aspect, in claiming that aspect, in being that aspect, in loving you as that aspect. And the human self has got to be here because we're in the human realm. So it's not the human self we have to worry about, like putting aside. We have to be in the human self. We came into the body to be here in the human world. It's the divine you, the spiritual you, that can often get left behind because we're so busy anchored in what's here in the material human world. So you kind of have to get beneath that created idea of yourself. I talk about personality, identity, woundology. That's Carolyn Mace's term, woundology. I have a certification from Carolyn Mace, Sacred Contracts. I love her. But this idea of wounding, becoming a part of your indelible impression that you leave, you're kind of dragging it around everywhere you go. And then there's also the material stuff, my stuffology. That's my term, stuffology. We create, and boy, was I good at this. And I still am. I'm still learning how to release the things that are just beautiful. I love them, but I really don't need them. And maybe someone else does. So kind of freeing up space in my life from even getting rid of books I'm not going to read again as much as I love them. I don't need 22 CDs or 100 pairs of shoes or a whole bunch of jewelry that I don't wear, although that's kind of hard for me to let go of because I like shiny things. But you get it, right? Like, what is your identity tied up with that really isn't serving you and in fact may actually be hurting you, preventing you from going as high, like soaring, flying as high as you can. And in that height, that expanded place, just breathing at a deeper level, opening the chest, receiving at a deeper level, creating at a more expanded level. So being you is really important, and actually being the true you, the authentic you, the real you. So what have you got to do? You have to get below the surface. You have to look at the iceberg below the surface. I teach in my classes about this iceberg concept, that sometimes we're so anchored in the conscious me, right? Lowercase me, conscious, mental, egoic, that we forget the capital M-E, the essence, deeper, below the surface, not the head, the heart, the intuitive nature of you, the wisdom within that you came in with. You didn't have to learn while you were here. that you. And going below the surface can get you there. And I've been reading this book. I really, really love it. It's called Hiding in Unnatural Happiness. It's by Devamrita Swami. And one of the little things that I like is talked about like this: living and thriving outside the stale, materialistic mirage of you and inside a dynamic spiritual reality. And the spiritual reality, what I like about it is it's a both and equation. I mean, yeah, you can meditate and go off. That's not what I'm talking about, although I do that from time to time. What I'm talking about is walking in the spiritual essence of you in complete 100% alignment and harmony with the human of you, and carrying both aspects in their magnificent full display, interrelated, dancing, playing, and working together everywhere you go, into every magnificent experience, into every dramatic, difficult, life-threatening, life-changing, maybe debilitating, scary experience. And so the message for today is your happiness. You want to be more happy. Evaluate, look at, go into and get a deeper understanding of the you that you're being every moment. And is that you? All of your, rules of engagement. I do this or I don't do that, or I only do this with certain people. All of your beliefs about what is real and what is true, your rules of engagement, those habitual practices that you do called knee-jerk reactions. These three buckets of things hold keys to what you are behaving and believing as what you think is the true you. And they might be, and that's great. And they might not be. And what's great about that is when you awaken to the fact that you're being something that you're not, and it's not serving you. Many blessings. Get some yogi tea and see what kind of messages you get, and then post them in the comments of this video. And in the meantime, thank you for tuning in. I wish you a happy hump day. Many blessings, and we'll see you next week from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. Be happy, stay well, and be happy. Bye.